I got admission in all these universities. I got a 4 point something CGPA. Make sure you do the right thing because they can easily just denied.
Welcome back. Is this beginning or ending?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You know the vibes. I'm back, and I'm better. If you're here for the first time, my name is Caritas Emanuela. I am a London-based YouTuber, actually Manchester-based YouTuber, and I have been posting for straight 10 days now about my weekly activities here in Manchester. I'm sure you guys have been seeing the vlogs. If you're here for the first time, go check it out. I'm going to be putting it on the screen. I've been posting like consistently, just showing you guys my life, my day-to-day activities here in the UK. But today's video is going to be different, okay? So I wanted to do a little bit of mic check, and I think it's great. So yeah, let me put the camera crazy. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about how I moved to the United Kingdom. Everybody has been saying it. Caritas, have you moved? What did you do? This, that. I'm like, okay. I'm here now, okay? I'm going to just jump right straight into the video. I don't want this video to be too long. If it's too long, so sorry, but yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into it. So firstly, I'm going to be looking at my phone because I kind of wrote everything on my phone so that I won't forget anything in details. We have like 5 points here or 6 points. I'm going to give you guys details of how it is, you know, basically that. Yeah, so first of all, moving to the UK has always been my dream. Should I say has always been my dream? Because I actually wanted to move to the US, but I've been to the US before, so I felt like me getting a visa will not be a problem. But like at the same time, I feel like God just directed me to be in the UK at this point in my life, just for a reason, and that's why I'm here today. That's all. I have this dream to be here, to just live my life and to do the things that I love. So I think like transitioning into this space and going into the next space is like God's plan for me, and I'm so grateful living in Nigeria, coming to this place, and I know that I have so many like, you know, opportunities out here for me. So yeah, it has always been a dream. So let's get right. So the first thing was but before I get it right into it, I'm going to be putting clips of some parts when I'm talking, like, you know, in regards to like certain things. I'll be putting clips of it because I recorded some videos back in Nigeria when I was like during the process. So I'm going to be putting clips of it. So the first thing first, I applied for IELTS. Most people in the UK don't use IELTS, or you don't need to do IELTS coming to the UK, to be honest. You can just use your WAEC if you want to apply, but I firstly applied for IELTS just because I needed that certification. The certification lasts for 2 years. So I registered in April and paid 83,000 naira at that time, and this was like a very important thing I wanted to do just for myself. It's not really important to use IELTS, like I said, to travel out of the country or travel to the UK. You can use it for Canada or US, but for the UK it's not really important. Maybe some schools might ask for it, but anyways, I registered for this in April. I did my IELTS. I got a really good score, which was really fine for me. So instead of me using my WAEC, I just used my IELTS. So in October last year, I began researching various schools in London and in Manchester and Nottingham. I really wanted to go to Nottingham Trent University, so I just kind of looked for schools there still. So I focused on factors like deposit requirements, tuition fees, distance, and accommodation cost. Those are the 4 things I focused on. I'm going to be putting it on the screen so that you guys can also, like, you know, focus on these things too, because I think it's very important. So these are the list of universities I applied for. I applied for Nottingham Trent University, York St. John University, University of Surrey, Bournemouth University, Stratfordshire University, UWE Bristol University, University of East London, University of Chester, and University of Hull. I got admission in all these universities. I feel like it's pretty easy to get admission in the UK, especially if you really like got if coming here for your masters, for example, I came here for my masters. If you really got like a good score, like in my undergraduate, I got a 4 point something CGPA. So I think that kind of boosted me. And most of the schools, I got like a percentage of scholarships, right? So yeah. I also applied for University of Salford. So after getting admissions, all of them, the next thing I did was to choose which school I wanted to go to. Am I talking too fast? So choosing the school I wanted to go to was pretty easy for me. I wanted to go to Nottingham Trent University. That was literally my dream school. Like, I wanted to go there. I wanted to go to Nottingham. I wanted to just live in Nottingham just because I've researched about the place. It's really chill, really nice. And I think I knew some people there. Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, I ended up choosing University of Salford, and that's where I'm studying at the moment. So the tuition fee for University of Salford, I'm studying digital marketing, so my fees was £16,560. Yes, but they gave me 3% scholarship, so it reduced to like 13,560. So this was pretty like okay for me. You can get more scholarship, maybe say in regards to your result, but mostly they give international students, especially in Nigeria, 3% scholarship. What I've researched on, sometimes your school fees will differ from other departments. So like now I said I'm studying digital marketing. If you're studying another different course, it might be a different school fees. I'm not sure. So yeah. Another reason why I chose this school is because of the installmental plan. They give 7 months installmental plan. Instead of you paying at once, you can do it 7 installments every month, starting from, like, let me say you pay starting from January or something. Like, it depends on when you're coming into the university, so you can do that 7 installment plan. And that's what I opted for because, of course, where am I gonna see that amount of money? So the next step for me was to take my tuberculosis. So I've already decided on the school. I already applied for the school in October. I got a conditional offer. That's what they will give you at first before you pay your deposit, right? So I got a conditional offer and all of that. So I just kept the letter, the conditional offer at the side, and like the next thing I did was to do my tuberculosis, because that's very important. You need your tuberculosis when you're traveling. That's important. So I took my tuberculosis test, which I completed earlier in the year. I did it at International Organization for Immigration. It's Immigration Health Assessment Center. I did mine in Abuja, and that time I paid like 75,000 plus in Naira for my tuberculosis test. And I received my certificate that same day. That document is very essential. Like I said, it's very essential for you to travel with in the UK. I'm going to be putting clips of me at the tuberculosis test place and how it went. It was pretty easy, you know. The test was pretty easy. You just go there and make sure like you're healthy before you go there. I am not coughing too much.
Come with me, stay the night. Just say the words, but boy, it don't feel right. What do you expect me to say? You know it's just too little too late. You take my hand and you say you've changed, but boy, you know you're begging, don't fool me, because to you it's just a game. You know it's
After doing my test, the next thing I did was to pay for my deposit, knowing fully well that I really needed this tuberculosis test certificate. You need that to apply for apply for your CAS. So I had to just do it before I even paid for my deposit. So I paid for my deposit, and the deposit for Salford University is £5,500. And about that time, it was like 7,000 plus in dollars, because I paid in dollars. I didn't pay in pounds. It was just pretty easy for me paying in dollars because I had dollars at that time, so I had to pay in dollars instead. It was quite high in dollars. I would just advise you guys to pay in Naira instead. You convert it to Naira, and that, if it was in Naira at then, it would be like 8,000, right? 8 million, sorry, I think. I'm not sure, calculate it. But now I think it's close to like 9 million. Plus 5 I think it's close to like 9 million or less. Wait, do the calculation. So after paying the deposit, I went to the bank to pay this deposit. Of course, it's better for you. You go to the bank, do a whole deposition. Is it deposition? What I call it? Is more safer. The school is going to give you like an account number for you to transfer the money to, right? So you just go there, do the whole transaction. The school is going to get the fees within 3 days or 3 to 5 days. So once they get the fees, the next thing is they're going to send you your unconditional offer. When I saw my unconditional offer, I was like, okay, yeah, it's happening. Oh my god, it's really happening. Like, I'm actually traveling out of the country. Wow. But yeah, so I got my unconditional offer, and once I got my unconditional offer, I knew that I was going to go to the next step, and that was doing my CAS. CAS is confirmation of acceptance for studies. This is like they have to confirm it, like the immigration, whatever. The Stanford University has to send you CAS for you to even apply for your visa. So you need that CAS, it's very necessary. So this is the crucial part. This is the very crucial part. So you guys should listen. I used an agent to do my CAS and my visa process because I could not do it by myself. I felt like you can do it by yourself, right? It's easy. There's steps to take. There are documents you can read for you to do it more easier for you. But for me, first time going to the UK, I feel like it's quite was okay for me to use an agent because I didn't want to make any kind of mistakes, right? So I used my travel links. My Travel Links is an agency. They are pretty good at what they do. Like, when I mean pretty good, it's not a sponsored post, okay? So they are really good at what they do. I'm going to be putting their Instagram, everything here, so you can reach out to them. So I reached out to them on Instagram, and I paid like a total of 150,000 naira for them to do my CAS and my visa. Did you hear that amount? Very cheap. Agency are collecting 500k or 1 million naira. But they are collecting 150k to do your CAS and visa process for you. Imagine that. Please reach out to them, okay? I hope it has not. They have not increased their price. So after paying them the money, they really made my process very easy. So they first of all applied for my CAS from me. They just asked for different documents for my CAS, just normal documents, your unconditional offer. You know, they'll ask you for core document. When you reach out to them, they'll like literally tell you what you have to provide for them, right? So in regards to after CAS, I got my CAS within like a week. To tell you that they didn't even make any mistake in my CAS. If you're doing it yourself, you might still get it within a week or within 2 weeks. Mostly it's meant to be within 2 weeks for you to get your CAS. But me, I got my own within 1 week, and I was so happy. And yeah, and I knew that it was time to apply for my visa. Do you know what that means? Traveling soon. So I went ahead. You know, first question they will ask you is how much do you get? Because you know you need money to travel out of the country. You cannot just pack your bags and be traveling. You need like money. And right now people like speaking about like getting close to like 40 million naira in your bank account. Yes, because now the rate is even high, so I think you have to even get close to 45 million to even travel to the UK, because what, the rate is now crazy. So first thing, this crucial step is important. Your bank account must show funds to cover your tuition and your living expenses. So whether you are schooling anywhere or you have decided to school anywhere, you have to calculate the tuition fee and also calculate living expenses. They're going to put it in their school university website where you can see like how much all these things are. You have to calculate it, times it by the rates, current rate now, and you have to now put it in your account. And it has to be your account for like a total of 28 days for you to apply for your visa and also your CAS. Right, so that's very important. You cannot apply for your CAS without having that amount of money in your account, or without you having money in your account, and the account has to be an active account. So what I did, or what my agent suggested for me, if like you can't do that. You can also do like an investment account. So I have an investment account where like there was money inside and I paid a rate, all of these things. They'll give you an explanation about it. Just reach out to them. They'll give you a whole good explanation about it. So after that, the CAS process, visa is next. So to apply for your visa, you will need the following documents. You will need your international passport, your admission letter, your CAS letter, your university's transcript, your WAEC results. If you have IELTS, you can still use IELTS. You have to get your degree certificate, your bank statement, or your fixed deposit certificate, whatever. That's the investment I talked about. And you need your TB test, that's your tuberculosis test certificate. You need these things to apply for your visa. If you don't have these documents, you cannot apply for your visa. It's not possible. So you need these things to apply for your visa, right? So the agency applied for my visa. She did that herself. I didn't even have access to my account. Okay, I was actually checking to when I applied for my visa. I was she was sending me documents I've done this, kind of putting you in check of what she has done. And I think that's very important. At least she's not just doing it, but at least she's trying to carry you along to know everything and asking if this is your correct name, if this is correct, so as there'll be no mistakes anywhere. And when you're applying for your UK visa, if you make any kind of mistakes, you're gonna start from square one. Don't try it. Just make sure that if you're applying for yourself or by yourself, make sure you do the right thing, because they can easily just denied. So after this document, you apply, and when you apply, you're now going to apply for your visa biometrics appointment. So you're going to pick a day. You can either do priority, can do there's priority. I've forgotten the other ones, but me, I did not do priority or anything. If you're doing priority, you have to pay extra money for your dates to be closer, and you can get the next day, just that you have to pay for priority. And priority can cost 100 and something K if you don't want to waste so much time. But me, I didn't really mind. I waited for a week before I did my biometrics, right? So I think that was okay for me. The tension is there. Like, I was having so much tension. Oh my god. Oh, I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to finish this thing. But I didn't have enough. I didn't want to start paying extra to just do my biometrics. So I had to wait for 1 week to do my biometrics. For you to go for your biometrics appointment, you need to take along your checklist. They're going to give you like a checklist when you're applying. So you print that checklist out. You have to print out everything. Your appointment email, you have to print that out. You also have to take along your passports. So I'm sure you might have like your old passport and your new passport in case you renewed it. Like me myself, I renewed my passport. I had an old passport, it was expired, so I had a new one which I now use for this my application, right? So I carried both of them, but when I reached there, they actually told me to remove it. Like, there's no need, just submit your new passport, right? In my old passport, I had my US visa, so I wanted to use that as a leverage, like to even like get my UK visa if they say I've traveled there. But I didn't end up submitting my US visa passport. I just submitted my new passport that I did not have any visa badge or anything, so I just submitted that, right? But in my application, I put that I have traveled to the US before. So if in case you have traveled anywhere, you can put that in your application, right? But yeah, so after that, applied for everything, went for my biometrics. It was pretty easy. When you're in your biometrics, you just give them your passport, you do your fingerprint, do your face print. They will just ask you, oh, what school are you going to? Oh, you answer them, just be smart, be confident. It's not a hard thing, right? So done with that. My visa finally came out after 15 days. I was having tension. When I mean tension, like, tension was a lot. I'll even put a video, I think, if I didn't find any video regarding it. I was like, it was just like, oh my god, I believe in you, I will get this visa. But the tension was a lot. It was a lot. But yeah, I finally got my visa. I think I got my visa on, I'll put the date, I don't even remember when I got it, but it was after 15 days. I did my biometrics on the 15th of September, sorry, 15th of July. So after 15 days, and I got my visa. So after getting your visa, what next? You just start to pack your things. Like, what are you even waiting for to be in the country? You pack your things, but before that, you have to know where you're staying, right? Your accommodation. There are different places to get your accommodation. You can check Amber student, True student, Sanctuary student. I don't like them, but yeah, you can check all of these places. Well, me, what I did, I joined the Salford University group chat, and they were posting like lots of accommodation opportunities there. So I just picked one, paid. That's it. That's where I am today. Period. I didn't stay in any student accommodation. This is like a shared accommodation. But you can also stay in a student accommodation. Salford has 2 student accommodation. They have Peel Park and John Lester. In case you want to come to my school, you can stay in these 2 accommodations. You can choose any of these accommodations, and it's quite cheap, especially for postgraduate students, right? So yeah, so you can get accommodations from these places. What else? So I booked my flights. I used Qatar to go because Qatar was just like literally cheaper then, and I liked it because they gave students extra baggage allowance. You know, you're just allowed to carry two. You checking, is it checking one? Check-in 2 and you carry 1, like, but you can actually check in 3 using Qatar, and you carry 1 hand luggage. So I used Qatar. It was pretty okay, pretty cheap. It's better to even book your flight before then. Have hope you get a visa, okay? Just make sure you do all the steps correctly. Do you get? What else? So I reached the UK, flew into the town, you know. I was doing the whole thing. I was pretty excited. I was like vlogging. You guys might see you guys must have seen my coming in into the UK for the first time. Whatever. I'm going to put the link here. I flew in, immigration. God have mercy. God have mercy. It was pretty chill, don't worry. Like, I'm just being dramatic. It was pretty chilled. They just asked me questions. What am I here for? What school? Where am I going to be staying? What does my dad and my mom do? I told them all the details, and they're like, okay, sure, stamp. Period. Just be smart. Sorry, just be confident. And be smart too, but be confident most of the time. Know what you're saying. Don't be stammering. Don't be scared. They're not gonna bite you. I was scared, and at the end of the day, it went smooth process. But I also pray to God, because God is gonna make your process much easier for you. Do you get? So that's basically it. I entered into the UK. You know, it was nice. I loved everything. I also be very honest when you're doing your immigration, because they want honesty. They don't want to find out that this and that. Very, very, very honest. That's all. This video was like close to 23 minutes, I think. So if you still have more questions about job opportunities, you guys must have seen my vlog, me getting a job and everything. If you have much questions, just let me know. I will give you guys the details. I just hope I did not leave any details out. I just hope so. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my video. I think I was pretty detailed, and I hope I wasn't talking too fast. But yes, I'm gonna be putting most of the things on the screen so you guys can pause, watch, continue. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye.